All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Good. 20. 41, come on. Let's go, D.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, here's Fournette. And some room to work. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 13. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Fournette, a first down carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Foles. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And Lambeau will put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. And to give this time to the tailback. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, Mike 53.
Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check. Alert.
Third and long. It's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, it's Howard. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
Reset. 19. 50. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Watson, and the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, great. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Fournette running right. And he's got room. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 10, Texans 7.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now Leonard Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
He's going right at him. 57's low. We ain't giving him nothing.
Here's Foles. Going up top. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and falls incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Grant. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3rd and 2, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
On 2nd and 7, Watson out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check your hot read. 29.
From the gun, here's Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson, and he's got Fuller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Jacksonville.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Second and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down the middle. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, Silver, Silver, Silver. Yes!
Second and 3. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Back to throw here. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's get this.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Grant. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Stays on his feet. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
They will run with Grant, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They go with Howard again. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, You might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's yours.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Jaguars 16. Fairbairn on for the field goal.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Again, it's Fournette. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Foles. Dancing to his left. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Reset. 19. Check 53. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Grant. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
19. Mike. Blue down.
On the delay, it's Howard. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run it again with Fournette. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Jaguars on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Foles going for the deep ball. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
They'll run on first down. Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. 2nd and 15. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
I don't think you got it, son.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Houston, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall.